I smoke. I drink. I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. And I've been smoking, I've been drinking, so excuse my language. Oh, yeah, nigga, we feel good. I'm feeling great. Let's get straight to it. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I don't know if I pushed this point, but I really want to stress this point. I thought it was a good point to make about leadership. Again, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch my last video. We touched on the last 3 styles of pimping, different kinds of power. We coming out of the book Kinds of Power by James Hillman. Kinds of Power, a guide to its intelligent uses. Yeah, nigga, yeah, nigga, yeah. Ah, man. I'm in love with this book. Can't get enough of it. But we're going to keep rolling because we got some real shit to get to. Like I said, man, we're gonna talk about these shadows, man. We're going to talk about these motherfucking shadows. And I'm going to start killing it out for you. Little by little, you niggas is going to come to a whole new respect for life and an understanding of the game called life. So motherfuckers be like, I ain't playing. Nigga, you better start playing. You better understand games, nigga. Because this is all game. This is all pimping. I shit you not. Life is pimping, bro. We gonna break it down. Let's get back to this power. Oh, yeah, nigga. Kinds of Power by James Hillman. Let's get back to this power. So what I want to say about leadership before we get into this next few, these next couple styles, what I really want to say about leadership was this. The idea of leadership, this is again for educational purposes and whatever else, where I be coming straight out the book. The idea of leadership may be the secret prompter that fires ambition, demands office, and resists accommodation. Resists accommodation. Ain't no pleasing this, nigga. If this animal impetus, this animal drive, this animal instinct, if you don't know what an impetus is, nigga, fuck that. When you read these books, again, nigga, put whatever you want to put, whatever word fits right there. But it's an I word, so I would just say animal instinct. If this animal instinct is not allowed, the frustrated drive diverts into secondary gains. We attempt substitutes. This pseudo-leadership of prestige, fearsomeness, or a haughty purism that is too good to step forward. So, for some, the opportunity to lead may come too late or not at all, and this missed necessity to fulfill an animal function may cause more pain in older age than all past failures and misdemeanors. Yes, nigga, I wanted to smack you in the face with that shit off the top. Let us step back into leadership and remember this. Again, go back and watch my last video to get some more, but we had to bring that shit to you. We had to bring that shit to you. Do not forget that, because I have found this in myself to be so motherfucking hard. Again, I've had $1 million motherfucking business plans. In 2018, I should have got that shit cracking. And here I am, still an extra regular ass nigga. But I wouldn't have it no other way. And I understand why it went the way it went, you know what I mean? Because it's all about material gains, so to speak. It was like the spirits and the deities and all of this shit. Hell, the magic, you see my name, nigga, OZ the Wizard. We talk about this shit, but I'm a mystical, magical ass nigga, and we will never forget that. But the shit that I started fucking with and the magic and shit I started doing, it brought me the shit. It again, $1 million business plan. I still got it to this day. Still pay my little $20 a month for this business plan website to keep that shit cracking, you know, keep hope alive, so to speak. But I respect it. I'm just saying, man. I have found it in myself, dog. The opportunity to lead your $1 million plans, or it may come too late in life, or you missed out on that shit, or you took too long, you didn't jump, you know what I'm saying? And that can cause more pain in older age than all past failures and misdemeanors. I shit you not, nigga. I am going on 40, man. I'm not a young nigga, none in the least. At least not in my mind. That ain't a young nigga. Young in spirit, yes. And I'm not getting ready to debate all of that. You get the point, nigga. I am not in my 20s. I am damn near out of my 30s, nigga. Not a young nigga. And I can truly say, yes. Hell, I remember being like 26, 27, realizing that these niggas are beating me. In my 20s, I was like, damn, man, there are niggas who went straight to high school like I did, who actually finished college. I went to college, but I ain't finished that shit. So at 22, they got their degrees and they out there and they popping, nigga. I'm already behind them. There are niggas who did it who really did it. So they already cracking. So I'm just saying, man, you know, you don't want to hit that like midlife crisis, and that shit can happen in your 20s is all I'm saying, bro. I went through that shit years ago. So here I am, damn near 40, man, and I'm just, you know, and I've had real ass conversations with OGs, bro. I've always been around OGs my whole life, nigga. When I was in my 20s, the niggas I fucked with, hell, when I was in my teens, I fucked with niggas that was in their 20s. Shit, when I was in college, I was 18, 19, and the niggas I fucked with was in their 20s, 24, 23, 25, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And because I always, you know, I have like a deep voice or whatever else, you feel me? Niggas always thought I was a little older than I was, and I'm a wise soul, you know, I was always super fucking smart. So anyways, I'm getting into all of that, man. The point is, what I'm trying to get to here is, again, I'll read it back to you, man. This animal instinct to be a leader, to have $1 million, you know, to just be a leader, this leadership drive, you know what I mean? To take over, to take control, to be the boss, even if it's just the head of the household, you know what I'm saying? But this leadership drive, it could be anywhere in a job. You might want to could have started for yourself and been your own boss. You are gonna regret that shit years upon years later. I mean, I had a big ass idea, and a lot of niggas that I fucked with didn't know. Like, it went from a couple $100,000 a year to damn near $1 million a year, easy. Like, easy. And I had the conversations with the economic business and development manager for the city. I had some conversation. I took my pops with me and was like, hey, yo, bro, let's go have this sit down. You know what I mean? And, cause yeah, we talking real money. Like, dude was like, what you want for me? $25,000. You give me $25,000, I can make that $1 million in a year. In the first 3 months, I'm gonna pay back that $25,000. I'm gonna need some more bread. So be prepared to loan me some more money. But I'm just saying, nigga, yeah, I can do that. Well, how soon can you open the doors? Let's say 3 to 6 months. I already been thinking this out. I've already meditated. I've already done all this. Nigga, I was meditating. I came out of the trance and drew a whole fucking blueprint for the building. I knew exactly what it looked like. I knew the layout and everything, the floor plan, everything. I just seen it, nigga. I just walked through the whole spot. I just did this in my mind. So when I woke up, I grabbed a piece of paper, nigga, and a pen, and I just started jotting everything down and sketching this and here, nigga. Dude was like, oh, well, damn, you can hand this to a contractor. Right. I could hand this to some niggas. They could walk in there, knock down walls, put up this and that, do whatever I need done. Here, make this a real life. They can walk on in there. A team of mechanics and shit, renovators can walk on in there, move the place, manipulate, like I said, the walls or whatever else, set it up exactly how I need it, nigga, let's go. Boom. I already thought about this, I already thought about that, I already thought about this, I already thought about that. The nigga was like, the guy that was talking to me was, you know, don't be mad at me. I'm just here to try and poke holes into your plan. I'm trying to see what all, you know, how tight. Oh, sure, by all means, no. That's what I need you to do, because I want to know how well I thought about this as well. Nigga, if you can poke holes in my shit, if my shit ain't airtight, then I got an issue with myself. But by all means, do that, because everything that you know is the shit that I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm just a mechanic. I just did my thing, bruh, with mechanical engineering. I'm not a businessman. I don't know a thing about insurance and, again, the rents and leasing, this and that. There's a lot of shit, taxes and licenses and shit, that I don't know, that you might know. So this is where I'm coming to you. I've thought about everything that I could think about that I know of. So that which I don't know, fuck with me. But anyways, again, leadership. I just had to throw that out there. Now, let's move on to concentration, man. We done spent damn near 10 minutes on that. Let's move on to concentration. I try not to take up too much of your time. But concentration. In the textbooks of business today, concentration of power gets poor marks. Concentration of power gets poor marks. And you even see it as well, like the big buff niggas, concentration of power, concentration of muscle. They quick to call them niggas meatheads. It gets poor marks, you know what I'm saying? Or, okay, they all big and shit, but they can't really maneuver. You ain't flexible. You can't this or you can't that. Or he's a big ass nigga. That nigga got big ass muscles. He got to have little meat. Like, damn. The power and the strength is not really respected. The sex appeal and whatnot, it's like on some levels, to the haters, this shit ain't respected. I'm just saying, man. You can see this in so many different realms of life, how concentration of power gets poor marks. right? Centers of power are to be loosened and empowerment is to be shared. This is like fucking union groups at work and shit like that. But I'm just saying, man, concentrated power, the nigga that holds all the power gets pulled marks nowadays, right? So today, not the massive dynamo of tightly coiled, I ain't gonna get into all of that, that's some whatever. But let's just skip on down here. Concentration, right? As a power. Power comes into any of us by being plugged in. Power is being plugged in since there is no single generative source. Right. Despite these trends, the concentration which thinking requires, like the corporation whose motto was, gradually gives way to stay in touch. Right? So even the concentration which we call like thinking, that shit is not popular anymore. And it's like stay in touch. Me and this dude had to talk about, dude at work was talking about TikTok, right? And how Chinese TikTok is different shit that's constantly shown versus our TikTok where it's a bunch of just dances and just time consuming shit. But the concept behind it was, just like the shorts on YouTube, the concept behind it was no concentration, no ability to focus. If every 10, 13, 45, 60 seconds you get something new, your mind goes in an entirely different direction. Like when you're scrolling through the shorts, it'll show you, like it might show me battle rappers one rip, then it'll show me some old nature shit, then it'll show me something else, then it'll show me some actual rappers, then it might show, it just goes through so many different shit. But the point is, the mind gets used to shifting from one subject to the next rapidly, not staying focused on one thing. So concentration gets overlooked. So that nigga who can concentrate, again, being the ability to focus on one thing, concentrate on one thing. Even like when you meditate and this shit, this is where that shit comes into play as well. Because that's what you're supposed to be training your mind to do, focus, like try to filter out all the other bullshit and just stay to one concept, focus on one thing, hold one image in your mind. Like Brother Panic would talk about his grandfather told him an apple, hold one apple, try to remember. And there's so many details that you could try to pull out of that apple. That's how you keep your mind focused on the one apple. Think about all the details of that one subject and don't let your mind slip to anything else. Like what I be doing is, nigga, when I go to sleep, I think myself to sleep. Or when I lay down and I close my eyes, it's time to actually lay down. Even if I'm listening to something on TV, I can't see what's happening. So in my head, I'll listen to the words and simultaneously try to hurry up and make a scene that'll play out to where everything they saying, like I can see it, even though I'm not seeing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? What's actually happening on the screen. I'm just saying, man, like I imagine what's actually happening on TV while I listen to the words. Or I try to use, this is how I'll sharpen my focus or my concentration. Even though the TV's on, baby mama might like that shit if I'm, posted with her sleeping anywhere near her ass or something, you feel me? She may like the TV being on or whatnot. Point being, anywhere I'm at, like hell, I might try to take a quick 15 at work, nigga. I could nod out on you niggas right now. Point is, drowning out any other sound, any other whatever background noise, and just focusing on what you see. But Brother Panic would talk about like that apple, the smell of the apple, the feel of the apple. Have you ever tried to squeeze an apple? When you rolling an apple around in your hand, there are soft spots. You know what the fuck that soft spot feel like? Different fingers, putting that soft spot on different fingers, and what does that shit feel like? But I'm just saying, there's so many different little minute details that you could focus on when you're thinking about shit. But that's how you sharpen the power of concentration. And that's what kills niggas, what really hurts a lot, shall I say. What do I want to say? Because I've been smoking, I've been drinking, so excuse my language. Nigga, shit's always trying to trip you up. But what the fuck am I trying to say? Like, that's what... That's what makes a lot of people jealous or envious, whether you want to admit it or not. You are lightweight envious or jealous when you see other motherfuckers and other people out there in life have what they have or be able to do what they do. You know, at some point in life, they concentrated or they focused, as I was saying about going to college, nigga. I ended up doing what I was doing and went through what I went through, and therefore I didn't finish. But there are people who was able to concentrate, who was able to focus on their studies and whatever else, and finish their classes and shit. However it went. When I was 25, I went back to school for mechanical engineering, and then I was getting straight A's and shit. When I was there, I was able to focus. I didn't do shit else. I went to work. I got off work, caught the bus home, jumped in the car with my roommate, nigga. We smashed off and went to school. So I got off work at like 3, between 2 and 3, get on the bus, get home between 4 and 5, jump in the car with this nigga, get to school by 6. Classes was from 6 to 10, get home by 10:30, do some little homework if I felt like it, go to sleep, wake up, get on the bus, and do it again. Get up at 5 a.m., jump to go, shoot to the bus stop, get to work by 7, nigga, get off between 3, do it again. Did that shit for a whole year straight. On the weekends is when I did all my fucking homework. The school was from, I went to work full time and I went to school full time. I was like, nigga, I want to get this shit over with. I'm not trying to sit around for no 2 fucking years going to goddamn school. Fuck that. Nah, nigga. I'm going all the way in. So Monday through Thursday, nigga, I had 4 classes a day. I mean, each class, basically, 4 different classes. Each day was a different class. I did all my homework on the weekend. Nigga, that's what's up. Whatever I couldn't do in class or whatever, nigga. And then test is what it is. So I'm just saying, man, the ability to concentrate, focus, nigga. One baby mama, I told you I had kids super young age. One baby mama had the other kid, plus child support and family court and all that shit hit. So I chose to go to court and get my daughter every weekend. This is just, fluff and stuff, nigga. We just talking and shit. But I wouldn't got my daughter every weekend, nigga. So I went to school Monday through Thursday, and on Fridays at 6 o'clock, I would go pick up my daughter instead of be at school. So I pick up my daughter, and we do the damn thing, and I do homework and shit throughout the weekend and kick it with my daughter. And end up having another kid, again, but, the babies, they live with their mom, so I do what I do. So, I just had got another chick pregnant, so I had my son. So it was like, nigga, all I did was go to school and go to work, bro. That was the concentration and the focus. But I'm just saying, that's what be the envy of a lot of niggas. You know what I mean? At some point, they stopped and they focused on whatever it is they stopped and they focused on. Nigga, they gave more of a fuck about their dreams, ideas, whatever it is. But concentration and focus, that's the main point of this power. Take it wherever you want to take it, use it however you want to use it. But that's the main point of the power of concentration, period. It's how they say, like, keeping your eye on the prize. Concentration, still being focused on that one thing. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I said in my video, niggas that are so real, they don't know how to be fake. Remember we talked about that shit? I say it again. As we getting ready to see in the next chapter, or you know what, let's just go ahead and we can skip to the next chapter because it just leads right into it. And we already like 20 in, so let's keep it moving, right? Authority. But you can tell, like I said, being able to keep your eye on the prize. When you having a conversation with niggas, a rule book for arguments, you know what I'm talking about? Rule book for pimping. Rule book for pimping. You can find it on Amazon. I think like the 4th, 5th edition is out now. Nigga, I got the 3rd edition when I was in college back in 03, 04. But yeah, son. I'm telling you, sweetheart, get that shit off of Amazon. The rule book for arguments. Do it. It'll change your life. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. When I get to this last one about persuasion, you will understand, but do it. Rule book of arguments, a rule book for pimping. Fuck what anybody else tell you, nigga. We talking about language. You don't give a fuck what language you talk, what language you speak. When you trying to prove your point, there's a way to go about it, nigga. Rule book for pimping. So again, being able to concentrate, being able to keep your eye on the prize. I can read a little bit more, but that's the point, man. Get the book. Concentration gives access to other powers, inner, hidden, and highly suspect to the everyday camaraderie of business. It attempts connection with genius, with inspiration. It trusts solitude. It enjoys silence. And if it arises, and it rises with agreeable determination to the challenge of tenses, crisis, and no-win dilemmas. Concentration. Telling you. The very word concentration means closed circles, self-enclosure, inward focus, density, intensity. From this standpoint, concentration looks like withdrawal and the abdication of power. However, concentration finds its learning elsewhere and receives input from other sources rather than other people. This is the introverted style of power found in the shaman, the recluse, the hermit, the mystic, the contemplative. They turn to dreams, meditations, reveries, signs, omens, old texts, motions of nature, and sessions of sweet, silent thought. My emphasis on concentration as power, and the power that the mind needs and enjoys, takes us away from current ideas of leadership as learning. The idea that the power of an advanced leader lies mainly in an ability to stay open. No. You feel me? The ability to concentrate fully on the puzzles of the crime, its circumstances, the characters, motives, alibis, all held together in the intensity of thought, resulting in masterful strokes of action. Concentration, nigga. Being able to concentrate, to keep the eye on the prize, nigga. Did you not, man, one more time, and then we done here. We're going to move on to authority, right? One more time. Concentration. The ability to concentrate fully on the puzzles of the crime, the circumstances, the puzzles of the event. Fuck a crime. The event, the circumstances. How do we get here? What's going to happen after we move? The here, the now, the after, right? Past, present, future. The characters, everybody involved. It could be a lot. It could be a little. Everybody. This is where leadership comes into it as well, because remember, the leader embodies all the ideas of the whole. The leader, that's why this motherfucker's the leader. They think about as much as possible. They know everything. It's what you get out of a leader, right? What you expect. But leaders, this is why like Leos get hated upon. Anyways, I'm going to get into astrology. We'll talk about that later. We might. Let's just keep it moving. But again, that's all I'm saying, man. The characters, everybody involved, motives, the motive of all the characters. My God, could you imagine writing a play when niggas used to write plays or writing a movie, writing a script? When you write a script, you got to think, okay, there's the teacher, there's the students, there's the main character, there's this, there's that. They're going to walk into a store. What's the store clerk going to say? This, all of this, nigga. Think about it again like a cast. How many characters are there? And each one of them has a role. And each one of them supposed to be like this and think like this and do this. You got to know all of that shit as a writer, man. So wherever you are in life, you fucking pimping. And you need to understand all of this shit going on. Be able to concentrate. That's why you got to, you know what I'm talking about. You got to get your mind together and have the ability to do this shit, man. All held together in the intensity of thought, resulting in masterful strokes of action. Masterful strokes of action, bro. All right. Again, authority. There is a kind of power given neither by control, by office, nor by prestige, and it can't be achieved by ambition. Reputation is some of it, but only some. This is the power of authority. Authority may come with older age, but that is also not assured, since the seniors in our society may not carry the authority of clan elders. Just because you old don't mean you know shit. This is why I say it's a lot of grown-ass boys and girls out there. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You can't stop yourself from growing. That shit does not matter to me. None in the least. Well, it does carry an air of authority, period. Just the fact that you made it that far in life. It does matter to me. But to some, it doesn't. It's not even a factor in the shit. Grown-ass boys and girls, they cannot stop you from growing. Life is going to keep moving. You will hit 18. In my country, they tell you you are grown at 18. In my state, should I say. The state I'm in. The state I live in. Because it sure the fuck ain't mine. The state I live in Kentucky, you got to be 18. But at 18, you can sign your name on the dotted line. At 21, you can buy beer and shit. That's when you're supposed to be grown. So you ain't as grown as you fucking think you are at 18. You grown, but not grown enough, because you still got to be 21 to do shit. You see what I'm saying? To do certain shit, you still got to be 21. You can be 18 and sign your name on the dotted line, But then you still got to be 21 to do some other shit. So it's like, you see what I mean? They showing you without showing you. They telling you without telling you. So OZ is telling you, nigga, you ain't shit, you grown-ass man. Stop saying, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm grown. I'm an adult. Just say you're an adult, period. The fact that you use that word and not a grown man or grown woman will put niggas in a whole new place. Makes motherfuckers see you in a whole new light. I'm an adult, nigga. I'm a mature adult. I'm sorry, I'm an adult. To her, no, I'm an adult. You can understand that, can't you? Fuck a grown man. I'm grown. Excuse me, sir. Thanks, nice. But that's nice. Thanks for letting me know. But I'm an adult. And I don't give a shit how grown you are. That just lets me know you're over 18. So I can smack the shit at you whenever I feel like it. Cool. Thank you for letting me know that. As an adult. But are you a real nigga? So, anyways, I'm sorry. Oh, man, I digress. I'm having fun, man. This shit is great. I love doing this shit, man. I had to do more of it. So I appreciate it, man. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate the comments and shit. We rolling. OZ the Wizard. Again, authority may come with old age, but that doesn't mean shit. The accoutrements of age do not confer the same authority as do similar signs like scars, toothlessness, tattoos, in the face of a tribal elder. Age is not enough, nor does the maximum information is power hold for authority. Authority may come from exceptional accomplishments, but that too is not always assured, for specific expertise does not necessarily confer the wider weight of respect. Just because you know a lot of shit don't necessarily mean you the authority on the shit. So even that don't really mean shit. And again, get the rule book for arguments, because it discusses in the rule book of arguments the ability to argue from authority and how a lot of people will argue from authority. I've had this conversation with my boss. Yes, nigga. You are the authority because you have the title, bro. You have a higher title than me, yeah. But I'm the nigga that's training everybody on the floor. I'm the man in the field. I'm the one that's doing this and doing that. Do you know how to operate this machine? Do you know how? Okay, so I'm the authority on the subject that we are discussing right now, not you. So when it comes to how to do this or how to do that, you need to sit over there, shut the fuck up. Let me handle this conversation because I'm the authority. I'm the one they need to be talking to. Let me handle this, nigga. You do what you do, all right? So when we get to talk about, or like my other different situation, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, nigga. If we was talking about this, that, and the third, nigga, you got it. You win that. You good, nigga. You did more time. You just said whatever, nigga. You sold more dope than I have, nigga. You sold more weed. You sold pounds. You this, that. You got it, bro. But if we talking about this, that, and the third, then, nigga, I'm the authority because I'm the nigga that's done this, that, and the third, bro. OZ the Wizard, nigga. I'm on this, I'm on that. Eat a dirt. That's how you get the feeling. You know what I'm saying? But when you know what niggas is doing, oh, they trying to argue from authority. I'm just saying, man, get that book. Let me get back on track, man. I'll be wilding now. I'll be having fun with y'all. So let's get back on track. So again, okay, just because you got a lot of information is power, yeah, but it's not necessarily authority. Just because you know a lot of shit does not mean you are the authority on the subject, unless niggas give you that power. So what is wanted is that old mental virtue called estimation, the capacity to make value judgments by not seeing just all the angles, but also seeing deeply into the long-term roots and ramifications of an issue. The authoritative voice brings an intrinsic quality of disinterest with conviction. This quality is hard to describe. A person of dignity who could size things up, whose words struck deep, whose mere presence appreciated invisible values. One thing seems sure. Whoever it is makes you feel the power of authenticity. They simply had it in them. So wherever authority comes from, authority must be recognized. Okay? I may be experienced, intelligent, unique, and detached, but until I am needed, until my voice is called for, I do not have authority. Until niggas give you authority, you don't have the authority. And much the same as like an actual leader. You are not a leader if niggas don't follow you. That don't make you a leader. You ain't leading shit if niggas ain't following you. You are not a teacher if you don't have students. You're not a leader if niggas ain't following you. What the fuck are you leading? You see what I'm saying? But again, life is pimping, and it must start with you. If you can't lead yourself, how would niggas expect you to lead them and you ain't leading yourself? So there you go. But authority. And what I was getting at, now that it just kind of came back to me, what I was trying to get at with the whole concentration thing is you can see by team where niggas' focus is, you can tell what's the authority in the motherfucking life. You can tell what's the authority in their life, what's really holding sway over them. What's more powerful to them? Is it Christianity? Is it their religiousness? Is it this? Is it that? Is it that? Is it this? Like I said, some niggas are just too real. You so real, you don't know how to be fake. But that's what you got to do in this life. You was born fake. Born fake. That's what happened. As soon as you dropped into a fake ass body, period, nigga. How are you not? Anyways, I ain't gonna get into that. We gonna get super deep. But anywho, I'm just saying, man, you was born fake. But niggas so real they don't know how to be fake. And when that happens, you can tell what's really holding the authority over their life. Why won't they shift their beliefs? Or why won't they, I find myself saying this a lot. Like, damn, nigga, you catch more flies with honey, more gnats with syrup than you do with vinegar. Period. But that's what you could tell. So anyways, all right, we just gonna keep it moving, man. Authority in humans is also recognized by animals. That authority cannot be affected by persuasion and does not try to tyrannize or even subordinate shows its intrinsic autonomy. Them some big ass words. Intrinsic autonomy. I ain't gonna get into that, right? The misuse of the term authorities for governing bodies and authoritarianism for despotism and diagnosing an authority problem as a rebellious inability to take direction defame the idea of authority and confuse it with other styles of power. So, basically what we're trying to say is, like he said, the idea of ideas needs to be entertained more. What a lot of people think about authority is not what's really going on with authority. This confusion of an authoritative voice, just because they're the government, just because they in power, again, like I just said, okay, just because you are the supervisor, nigga, you have that title, and I'm the assistant, you have a title above me, nigga, I'm the lead. I'm not a supervisor, I'm just a lead. You got me fucked up. It does not mean you are the authority on the subject. So again, the confusion of an authoritative voice, you have the final say-so, yes. But you ain't the authority on the subject. What you say goes, yes. But even if you don't know what the fuck you talking about, we're going to do what you say doing. But the point is, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And I'm just going to, just had to throw that out there. But see, authority gives enormous power. Enormous power. The independence of authority frees it from the office, prestige, and other trappings of power. Authority is more than knowledge, memory, judgment, competence, social relations. Authority is more than who you know and where you've been. And because it has such an invisible quality, it also attracts great envy, and its authenticity is demeaned as merely deriving from wealth or belonging to the right class. So there's a lot to be said about authority. You see what I'm saying? And that's what gets a lot of niggas in their feelings and whatnot as we move forward into this next persuasion, into this next style of pimping, style of power, man. Authority. Like I said about leadership, niggas ain't never had that much authority in their life. And for some people, it actually scares them. And this is where you get into that puritanism that I'm too good to do this, I'm too good to do that, like it was saying about leadership. Because with leadership comes authority. So somebody might want to be the leader, but they're afraid of being the authority, afraid of everybody coming to them. Or they want to be the leader, they want to call shots, but they don't want to be the one to have the final say-so. Because again, authority, it's on you. But I'm just saying, and the issue with like authority figures and whatnot, that on the other end of that, niggas that don't want to be told what to do, issues with authority. I mean, again, you so real, you can't be fake. You don't want to fold the knee, you don't want to bend. You so tough. You so tough. Okay, you can be as tough as you want to, but that does not mean you are the authority in the situation. Period. It doesn't even matter if you're right. That does not mean you are the authority in the situation. Here's the golden rule. He who holds the gold makes the rules. Fuck your authority. This is the whole point about power. The very first, when I talked about control, go watch my first video when we talked about this shit, or maybe the second one, when we start actually breaking down the styles of power. But control. That's the point about control. Control does not leave room for leadership and everything else. When you in control, fuck a leader. You're in control. If you hold ultimate control of everything, you are the authority, right? So there could be no other authority out there but yours. You're in control of everything. See, this is what it said, the trappings of power. That's what it meant by the trappings of power. Ugh. Authority will fuck you up. So, all right, man, we already 35 in it. Let's just keep it moving. Let's get through this persuasion. We got a couple more after persuasion, and then we're going to get to, we'll get to these shadows, like I said. Ooh-wee. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 more. Let me check for you real quick. After persuasion, we have 1, charisma. That's short. 2, rising. 3, decision. So we'll get through those. Charisma, rising, and decision. Then we have another 3. Fearsomeness, tyranny, veto. Then after that, we've got purism, subtle power. So we might try to go 4 and 4. Let's try to do 4 and 4 and get this shit done in 2 more videos, right? So we can move on to the next subject. But in the spirit of concentration, which is what I'm trying to do, even if it takes a couple days, as bad as I want to move on, we gonna stay on this shit. And trust me, with all this Aries fucking energy I got, nigga, I want to move on. But we gonna finish this out, man, and we gonna do at least one of these books justice, the OZ right way, nigga. So persuasion, tough guys on TV have changed the meaning of persuasion and its kind of power. Persuasion. Ooh, I've been smoking, I've been drinking. Persuasion has come to mean literal arm twisting, the use of cruel force, mafia style, or something like police brutality to wring out a confession. Our civilization has moved far from persuasion's home in Latin for both suada and pieto, persuasion in Greek, where goddesses, female, goddesses mean make sweet or pleasant. The way a suave lover knows the art of sweet talk and how to give pleasure to make life both smooth and agreeable. Persuasion. In the Greek world, pieto mainly appears as a distinct figure, as an attribute in association with the goddess Athene or an Aphrodite. Persuasion is mainly a power of seduction. That's where a lot of you niggas go wrong. Persuasion is mainly a power of seduction. Man, let me go grab something to drink. I got to pause this for a quick second, get some drink, nigga. Hey, man. This ain't gonna work. I'm out of tequila. I don't want to talk to you niggas no more. I don't want to talk no more. I'm out of tequila. Oh, I gotta go. So, let's finish this up real quick. I gotta go. But persuasion is mainly a power of seduction by means of intelligent, convincing speech or by a charm of manner and beauty of figure. Okay? Athene or Aphrodite. Athene or Aphrodite. The greatest gift of Pieto is rhetoric, the gift of gab, a silver tongue, nigga. Again, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Persuasion is mainly a power of seduction. Talk to me nice type shit. This is why the fuck they say that. This is why it is motherfucking pimping. This is why I say life is pimping. Because again, the rule book of arguments, the most basic form of communication, the most basic form of communication. If ever you ever find yourself trying to prove your point or explaining anything about anything, a list or a rule or steps, anything, why you like this, why you don't like this, how to do this, how to do that. If you are explaining the most basic form of motherfucking communication, it's arguing. Motherfuckers like, I don't want to argue, then shut the fuck up. You don't want to talk then. But you argue in everyday life. You politic in everyday life all day long, every fucking day. This is what you doing. Persuasion, nigga. Persuading somebody. Today is a good day, and then you list why it was a good day for you. That's persuasion. Like I said, if it could be as simple as, just any argument about anything, nigga, LeBron versus Kobe. Yes, nigga, them are arguments. But persuasion, if you want to persuade somebody, statement, reason, evidence. That's the argument. And the reason why shit gets fucked up, why things go wrong, why it gets heated, is because statement, reason, evidence. You'll make a statement, have the reasons why you made the statement, have evidence to back up the reasons why you made the statement. Excuse me. But what happens is you'll make a statement, and because just to some people or to whoever you're talking to, your statement was so bold, so radical, so off the wall, so insensitive, or whatever the situation may be, they won't allow you to get to the reasons. You may have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You may have plenty of reasons, but the statement you made was so wild. You should have thought about that statement. You didn't form or phrase that statement in such a way that a nigga could take it. You gotta, the way you make that statement or how you, that first statement is gonna depict if you get the time to give your reasons. And then for each reason, there's evidence to back up why that's a good reason to support your argument, your claim, your conclusion. Some niggas go backwards. They'll start with the evidence that leads up to the reasons that lead in a natural order to the most natural conclusion, being that you's a hater and you just hating. Or again, now we realize that we actually understanding what kind of power that you dealing with. Man, this nigga got power issues. What kind of issues? That nigga's got his ambition is running wild. You know what I'm saying? All of this type of shit, man. Like I said, the reputation, the motherfucker could be trolled. Anyways, but persuasion. That's really all I really mainly want to get out. We could go through a lot of this and a lot of that about persuasion, but that's ultimately to explain and defend a policy, to relate and communicate requires more than charts, quips, and anecdotes. Neither charisma, authority, training in public appearances, nor mastery of a field of facts will reach the audience unless your language carries conviction so that it convinces others. See how that works? Language with conviction so that it convinces others. Period. Unlike knowledge of a specific subject matter, such as finance or engineering, the refinement of rhetoric gained in English classes taught the organization of thought concerning any subject matter. This is what I was saying. Liberal arts, the shit I went to school for. Liberal arts. I'm just saying, bro. Again, a rule book for arguments. This is English. Concerning any matter. This meant that a graduate in English could speak sentences that held thought, could express views and decisions convincingly, can analyze written materials, distinguish major from minor questions, uncovered buried assumptions and illogical consequences, as well as find the felicitous, the stupid, dumbass phrases that make the atmosphere at work. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. That make the atmosphere at work unpleasant and unagreeable. But that ain't what felicitous phrases means. That's just kind of what I threw in there because for a quick moment, I didn't know what the fuck felicitous meant. But felicitous phrases that make the atmosphere okay again. So, persuasion was and is a managerial talent that turns away the wrath of stockholders, union leaders, creditors, reporters, and government inspectors. It softens firing, facilitates borrowing, and wins contracts. Persuasion does this shit. And it raises the level of discourse throughout the entire enterprise. Persuasive rhetoric is indeed a necessary kind of power. See, that's what be going on in my work, bro. I got philosophies and this and that, and I'm convincing about this shit. Life is pimping. I come to work to get paid. I get paid by the hour, not by the bottle, the can, the case, none of that shit. I get evaluated by that shit. I get paid by the hour. So as long as I'm here doing whatever the fuck I'm doing, clocked in the building, they ain't fired me, bitch ass nigga, I'm getting paid. Now, consequently, I said I will do anything for my kids. I'll do anything for them. So like I said, some niggas are just so real they don't know how to be fake and don't give a fuck how anybody might feel about that. It is what it is. I'll do anything for my kids. I'm not saying I'll bend over for just anybody and I'll just bite the bullet. And nah, I'm not saying do none of that shit. But I'm saying, who gives a fuck if I gotta sweep the fucking floor? I'm not arguing with you niggas about none of this shit. I'm in the building. I'm here. I'm getting clocked in. I'm gonna get a check at the end of the week. Nigga, I'll do whatever. Show me a fucking machine. Ain't none of this shit smarter than me, harder than me, tougher than me. None of that shit. I'll come in here and rock whatever. Nigga, I'm a motherfucking superstar. Nigga, I'm great at any fucking thing. So I'm not getting ready to come in here like I'm soft or I'm weak or I can't do this or I can't. Nah, nigga, whatever it is, whatever the job is, I will figure that shit out and be the fucking best at it in a short amount of time. That's my philosophy. That's job security. Nigga, they not going to fire the nigga that's good at the shit. And anything you get used to, nigga, I'm used to doing multiplication. Nigga, 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. You used to do a multiplication, nigga, so it becomes easy to you. That type of math is not hard. But if a nigga say y equals mx plus b, x is 3, solve for y, m is 2. Nigga, once them equations start getting harder, then the math get harder, that's when niggas start giving up. I said I'll do anything, nigga. I'll figure that shit out. But I'm just saying, man, it'd be a lot of weak ass shit I see a lot of motherfuckers crying about. And it's like, my God, goddamn, nigga, you ain't, how they say, you ain't doing rocket science, nigga. You ain't doing a whole lot of, I mean, again, nigga, like we talk about in this other shit, to be or to have. Most of these warehouse jobs and this and that, nigga, you just moving a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that. It ain't no whole lot of work involved, nigga. So what the fuck is you crying about? Like, I don't get it. But anyways, the point is persuasion, and I'm going to leave y'all with that, man. We done rocked out damn near an hour, man. I appreciate it. The point is persuasion was and is a managerial talent. Persuasion is a necessary kind of power, and persuasion at the heart of it all is seductive. It's supposed to be smooth and sweet. That's why they don't like pimps, because they can talk niggas into doing this and doing that. I'm just saying, man, it's supposed to be smooth and savory, smooth and sweet. You give a nigga what they like to eat. You figure out what it is they want. Figure out how to bring somebody on to their side. Like I said, if you're trying to persuade me, then you're going to have to figure out how I think and how to convert my thinking into your thinking. But first and foremost, you got to figure out what I care about, what I'm on, how I move and how I grew. So when you're trying to persuade somebody or you're trying to prove your point, you got to think about what type of shit matters the most to them. You see what I'm saying? If they're really into colors, well, then I'm going to show them how these colors or how this or that, this shade or whatever else would inspire more beauty or would be more, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you go with darker colors or darker shades in this type of situation? If you're trying to stand out, then you should go with something bright. Go with something like this or like that. It doesn't have to be a yellow or a red. Go with a bright green or a bright purple, but just make sure it's bright so that you stand out. You see what I'm saying? Then you shift the way you're trying to persuade them to this side, you shift it. And you may have to give and take. That's what makes it a compromise. Be willing to compromise a little bit until you can gain more of the authority. Okay, nigga, I like your taste. I like your style. I see how you, hey, man, I'll give you the authority. You can now be the stylist. You can pick out whatever because we've had enough conversations. We know enough. I know enough about the way you think and this and that to give you that authority. See what I'm saying? A lot of shit can happen for you from persuasion. But get this fucking book. Again, we've already went through a lot of them. We've talked about a lot of them. And hopefully, as you see, like with me, this is what, as I said, man, some knowledge, just like multiplication and learning how to read, is supposed to change your mind. It's supposed to change your life, and it will. So just knowing these things, understanding the different kinds of power and the effects that they have on not just you, everybody around you, you are doing this whether you like it or not. It is happening whether you like it or not. Just like I said, the rule book of arguments, you are arguing every day, all day, whether you like it or not. You just don't know that you are. As spirits, we know not what we do. OZ the Wizard. Like, share, subscribe, but don't do none of that shit. Keep running and hiding from your boy. It's going to be a good day either way. Yeah, nigga.